Hey everybody, Shield here for our third episode of Final Fantasy XIV. And first thing we're going to do is grab our level 5 Gladiator quest from Mila. Akabin. I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. And I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times when we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such a situation, your role is not to slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and to trust in your stout constitution to endure. In doing so, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there's a task I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momodi of the Quicksand has requested our assistance. A gang of Lominsan Marauders have paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn frail and flee at the first sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Lominsans and make your presence known by bellowing "Face me, Marauder." In this way, you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. So this quest is just a quick emote quest. You shall use /me on the Marauders. It's the Adventurers Guild. So menacing Marauder /me. You motion towards yourself. What? You're blaming me because this little shite shat his own pants? Well, bugger him and bugger you too. Far away. You know your friend here is a 12's damn cheat. Thinks he can charge us more because we're foreigners. But he'll get his own back. Mark me words. I think if I remember correctly, the last one fights you or something. Oi, come on now. He was disrespecting my proud sea wolf heritage. Spits. Fine, I'll leave the bastard be. But we ain't finished. The hell's your problem? Maybe she likes her men rough. What are you supposed to be? Her bleeding manservant? Bah, it doesn't matter. You've gone spoiled the mood. Ugh. Can I move that? I cannot. Just who the hell you think you're speaking to, maggot? I'm Primal, the Driven, and me and my bloody Marauders have been reaving so long, mothers scare their children with stories about us. Don't believe my words? Then let me axe do the talking. And it's cutscene. Oh ho, this is lively even for the Quicksand. You two going to put on a show for us? What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show some respect when you talk to Primal the Driven, leader of a troop of bloody mummers or some such. I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to split your skull with me, axe, you better... That sword. It couldn't be. Frenzy. Only the sword of Nald would. Bloody hells, it's you. You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join in the fun? Begging your pardon, sir. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up to that Lominsan was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldis, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of my coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you, back then. But that hardly concerns you. These days I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed the city. This wonderful desert jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Modi. I swear, if I hadn't seen Aldis with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it was him. Everyone here thought he died years ago. Listen, Ackerman, do me a favor and don't tell Mila about meeting Aldis, alright? She doesn't need this sort of drama. Why? Well, let's just say some folk ain't good for one another. Okay. And this gives us a sword and a piece of armor. I don't know what the other quest gives us. Gives us a sword or money, so we can take the chest piece. I've already heard of your exploits at the quicksand, Ackerman. You did well to send those marauders packing. I wish I could say we've heard the last of them. Alas, we've received reports of axe-wielding raiders assaulting merchants traveling through Scorpion Crossing. It would seem words will not surprise us after all. I want you to finish what you've begun. Head to Western Thanalan and see that Farmer the Driven, and all those who shared in his crimes never trouble the people of Ul'dah again. And this... Okay, so we need to go towards Western, which is from the Central, because we have not attuned to the Thaumaturge Guild yet. I will grab this 8th right really fast just so we have it for next time we have to get out this way. A little bit closer than the plaza there. Go. That's on the other side. And it looks like they're just over in this little area. We will kill these ladybugs on the way. Get our hunting log built up. Cactuars should be right down here too, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, right here. I wish I had our AoE skill, but that is not until 6. Oh, next level. Nice. So actually... Oh, one more. And then we have our first AoE skill, which is Area of Effect. And if you read there the description, potency 120 to all nearby enemies. There is a target limit. I don't remember what it is though. I know it's fine for most dungeons unless you're wall-to-wall pulling. They tore me from my saddle and took everything I own. Bring my goods back to me, I beg you. Interacting. Oh, this just tells you that you can interact with stuff on the floor. This tells you about fates, which are little mini objectives. We probably won't be doing a lot of them. And so we're just picking up sacks from his caravan. And actually, next time I see it, I'll explain it, because I kind of do that just offhandedly. But when an enemy is doing certain attacks, it will show on the world where the effect area is. So if you look in that little cone, anywhere in that cone you'll get hit, and as long as you're outside of it, you don't. So we'll finish up Farmer. It's good to turn in, but we need to kill 3 Hammerbeaks and 3 Earth Sprites. So we'll do that. Since I've got my AoE, I feel okay pulling some more. And then you can see it attacks everything in range. And later on we'll get a follow-up skill that I put on Shift X. That's not for a little while, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's at least somewhere down in Paladin. Alright, I'm not going to go searching for those Earth Sprites. We'll find them eventually. They store... Yep, same dialogue. Okay. And we'll turn in the caravan sacks. 12 bless you, adventurer. If it weren't for good men like you, I'd never leave home. And now we can finally complete it. Get our sword. Sword and piece of armor. Once we hit, I think it's 15 or 17, we can go through the Hall of the Novice, which will give us some decent basic gear. And it'll explain a little more about the tank role. I'll probably dedicate a whole video to the Hall of the Novice, maybe, because there's like 7 or 8 parts to it. Oh, I should have just returned. Oh well, we're already here. I know I was saying last episode I wanted to cut out as much walking as possible until we get a mount. I do have another mail. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to take a look at that too. So we'll do that first, because that'll be quick. Is this way? A new letter has arrived. This is... Oh, okay, so... I did not realize that was account-wide. So that is a storm mount I purchased a while back on my main character, the Aquamarine Carbuncle. Which is this little guy. Which actually I might use him instead. Yeah, might as well. Kind of Get back to Mila. Gladiators Guild. Good, and it's finished. And with that, this stage of your training is complete. This time your enemies were ill-behaved ruffians, but who knows what manner of opponent you will face in the future. Regardless, I have faith that you will do well. Master your sword, and you shall master yourself. Now then, there will be work for you in days to come. Return to your training, we shall speak again. So, by default, we get the sword, and we have a choice. Chest piece, head, hands, feet, or money. We're gonna take the chest piece. That is the only thing that is exclusively to the tanks in that list. And we have our little mishmash armor now. So now we're gonna head back to what's closest to that way. Would be the Adventurers Guild. And we'll continue the main story. Oh, I guess I should equip the sword too, huh? And we can see it's just a basic little bronze sword. Nothing crazy yet. "12 saved me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This is supposed to be the end of me." Twilight Pretzel. A traditional dune-smoked bread twisted to the shape of a knot and sprinkled generously with coarse ground salt before being baked to a perfect brown, resembling Twilight over Thanalan. A Twilight Pretzel, don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamn pretzel. I feel reborn. Pretzels do wonders, I suppose. This one guy over here. Halt. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A Twilight Pretzel from Papashan? By the gods, forgive me. I could say this news post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe as long as I stay and watch. Please give Papashan my thanks, and tell him I only wish I could repay the favor. Puns. And the last guy is over here. Anything for a hunting log floating around? Nope. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. Pretzel clear. For me, from Papashan, a Twilight Pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Do they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then, and stay a moment. There's more I would ask of you. And we're just gonna take the money. And we got some potions by default, which are consumables. I doubt I will end up using them. there. And potions are actually a far bit better than most other MMOs. So if you look under the effects there, it restores up to 32% of HP with 160 max. So this basic potion can heal up to 160. Ackman, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I've been ordered to see her to her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start. We must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Yeah, sure. Praise is Bob. I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast, and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan Tree. Good luck. But yes, we will see that that nod emote a fair bit. A lot throughout the game. Is strong silent type protagonist. And that is the Sultan Tree. Looks nice. Alright, so in most quests in the game, if there's an instance encounter, you'll see the NPC that triggers the encounter surrounded with this little light thing, and it will always ask you, this one is just using for an example because it's part of the main story, but it will always say commence battle for whatever the quest is. So underneath the Sultan Tree in this instance, level sync is in effect, which means if you are above the maximum allowed level, you'll be synced as follows to level 8. So since we're level 7, we'll stay at 7. If we were, say, level 10, we would be synced to level 8 as the maximum. And that includes any abilities we may have already unlocked.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papashan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
I forgot that cutscene was voice acted. So, yeah, so if we were like level 10, whatever abilities we had at 10, so like Shield Bash or Tank Stance, we would lose access to those and only have everything up to level 8. This is a very simple duty until, I don't know, the ads show up. Yep. So for anyone with less MMO knowledge, ads are just additional enemies that show up during a fight. Take out the other settlement. Once we have more buttons, combat will be more interesting also. Really, once we hit 30 and get the job, job upgrade, it changes combat pretty heavily.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, So hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. And shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The Voidsent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream. No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
I also forgot that the voice acting is not fantastic for the first little bit of the game until we get to actually probably the connected story. There's a few voice actor changes that make it a lot better. Like Lilira, without spoiling too much, is a major character later on. And her voice actor changes and just sounds a lot better than she does right now. But at any rate, we're gonna turn into Papashan here and then call out the episode. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured or worse. Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I've already given you cause to weep, Papashan. You and the people of Ul'dah. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you, please, stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing undue worry, Papashan. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Ackerman. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from Voidsent Fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the aether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Finland as you did to us today. And we will pick up here at the next episode. I'll log out actually right here, the stairs. Yeah, thank you all for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.